Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. May we be led from untruth to the truth, from darkness to light, and from death to immortality. This is an ancient Upanishadic prayer, and I think this is the right prayer to begin this conference, because you're all people from the media and the content. When I heard of the summit's name, content, I thought I had to talk about the virtue of content, being content with whatever you have, your lot in life. But it turns out to be the media content. Nevertheless, it's equally important. So I am thankful to the Fourth Dimension Media and all the associate partners, Shankar, Bharat, everybody and Vijay, who invited us to be here to inaugurate this conclave. And I was wondering what should I talk to you all about. But then I thought our scriptures come to our rescue every time we are in a dilemma. So you simply dive into the ocean of content that is our scriptures and borrow some ideas from there. So I borrowed one idea from Manusmriti, which says, Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat satyam apriyam. Priyam cha nanratam bruyat, esha dharmaha sanatanaha. Which means speak truth, satyam bruyat. Priyam bruyat, speak pleasant things. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. Do not speak truth which is unpleasant. That is how they interpret it. But I say it, do not speak truth in an unpleasant way. Speak the truth nevertheless. And priyam bruyat, speak pleasant things. Nanrutam, do not speak untruth even though it is pleasant to hear. This is dharma sanatanaha. This is the eternal law. This is the eternal duty, obligation of those who have got a mouth and a tongue to speak. So they have a responsibility and accountability for what they speak and how they speak. And I think that goes for all the content creation that we do. Because what kind of content we create, with what intention we create, whether it is truth and spoken in a pleasant way or whether it is unpleasant truth, all these are the questions that we must ask ourselves. So I thought without taking much time, I wanted to leave everybody with these two ideas. One is responsibility and another is accountability. The responsibility part is speak the truth, but in a pleasant way. And accountability is, even if it is pleasant, don't speak untruth. I think if these two things, if we follow from our scriptural injunctions about what kind of content we create contents which are based on truth, but pleasantly. Not unpleasant truth, not sensationalized truth, but real facts and spoken in a way that is acceptable, understandable, and inspirational to the people who hear the truth. Nevertheless, they must hear the truth. But if it is a pleasant untruth, do not speak about it. Pleasant untruth sells very fast, as Mark Twain says. The lie has the capacity to travel half the world when the truth is still putting on its shoes. And in this time of technology, artificial intelligence, deepfake, and internet, lie can travel 1 million times around the world, while truth is still figuring it out how to present itself. So this is the time of huge responsibility, especially for the media personnel, the fourth pillar of democracy, which supports the roof of democracy under which thousands and millions and billions are sheltered. So unless it is strong, it cannot uphold this very virtue of democracy that we are blessed with as a country. So my appeal and my request to all the content creators is, please uphold these great virtues of speaking the truth and truth alone, but speak in a pleasant way so that it's appealing, it's understandable and acceptable. And however pleasant it might be, however profitable it might be, do not speak the untruth. And that is the kind of responsibility you must shoulder. And I wish you all the very best, because as I see a lot of eminent people are there, Dushyant is here, and a lot of people from other industries are also here, not directly media, but media is an integral part of our lives. And I always say for the four pillars of democracy, they are like pillars of a temple. They must stand together yet apart in order to deliver their duties, in order to discharge their duties. So to that extent, each of these spheres should influence the other. To that extent, they should remain independent of each other. Like pillars of a temple that stand together yet stand apart is what Khalil Gibran says. That is the kind of media, that is the kind of content creation, that is the kind of content dissemination that I am looking forward to. We run a lot of schools, educational institutions are in and around the world. And the biggest challenge that I face is that 11 months we look after the children in our residential Gurukulam schools. 1 month they go out for holidays. And then all the 11 months of good is undone in 1 month of social media exposure. So you are doing a lot of damage to my work. And you have a great responsibility to ensure that we have right kind of content available when these kids go home and they access social media or whatever. They're inspired, they're motivated, and they come back more inspired than what they left. And that is the kind of media partnership that I'm looking at. I have not had much of exposure to media. And as I said, these 4 pillars are there, but I always keep myself at a safe distance from all the 4 pillars. So to be safe is better. And however, it has become a necessary to interact with people, to tell the right thing. And now a lot of spiritual content gets created. And this also is a great influencing thought. And sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a tendency. Sow a tendency, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny is what they say. So content is the thought that we seed in the minds of the consumers. And from there that their destinies are written. So how responsible and accountable we should be, that is what I think we should discuss and understand in our conclave over here. And wishing all of you the very best. Again repeating, speak the truth in a pleasant way as content creators, and however pleasant the untruth is, do not speak. And pleasant means profitable to me. So please be very mindful of your responsibility. I think you have a great job to do, and I wish you all the very best, and I look forward to working together in whatever way we can to spread more good to more people in the world, so that the world becomes a better place to live in than what we received from our grandfathers, our forefathers. We should leave behind a world which is better for our children, and we all can do it together by creating the right kind of content. Wishing you all the very best and praying for the success of the conclave. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk.